All right, so I have seen so many comments from people talking about the fact that they had a different word yesterday, and the New York Times changed it in the middle of the day, and there's a glitch in the system, and I don't understand what's going on, and all kinds of comments. So I thought I would explain quickly what's going on. So when Josh Wardle originally made Wordle, he had just designed it for, some friends and family to use it. So he just basically stuck a list of words into the code, and it says, each day use the word for that word. Once the New York Times purchased it, they went through and decided there were a few words that were either too obscure or, potentially offensive. And that's what happened with yesterday's word. The word was fetus, and they were concerned that might be potentially offensive to some people. And so they removed those words from the list. But when they removed the word fetus, it was last week, and if you haven't refreshed the page since then, you still have the old list. So there wasn't a glitch. They didn't change it in the middle of the day. They didn't change it for some people and not for other people. As I've seen some comments claim. Now, it's a little confusing because on the New York Times website, they did put a note about it and it kind of explained what had happened. And they do say in here, when we discovered this particular word would be featured today, we switched it for as many solvers as possible, which makes it sound like they only changed it for some people. But actually what they did is they changed it for everyone, but if you don't refresh the page, it's not going to be changed. So that's what happened. This has happened a few times now where they've removed words, and inevitably some people hadn't refreshed their page for weeks sometimes, and so they didn't get the new list. So if you had the word fetus, you have the old list and you need to refresh the page, which can be as simple as closing it and opening it up again, probably. It depends on your computer and your browser you're using and everything. If that doesn't work, try to clear your cache, I guess. Open it in a different browser, maybe, something like that. Of course, if you're in a different browser, then it's gonna probably lose your streak, so that's a whole other issue. But if you have the wrong word, it's because you have the old list and you need to refresh the page. That's the long and short of it. So there you go. I think there's probably some other words that have been removed coming up soon, so make sure you're refreshing the page. What I actually do is I have the page bookmarked, and I don't leave it open all the time. I do the Wordle, I close it, the next day I open up my browser again with a fresh window, and I hit the bookmark to load the page, and that way it should theoretically be loading the current list all the time. The New York Times also hinted that they're working on maybe doing some changes to the code of the site to make it be a little bit more robust for worldwide use now, not just friends and family, like it was originally designed for. So there you go. Hopefully that explains it. Hopefully that helps clear up the confusion. And if you had the wrong word, go refresh your browser. And I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.